Hello guys, my name is Daniela and I have another charity shop book haul for you. I've been bargain hunting once again and I'm just going to jump straight in and show you what I got. Okay, first up we have Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I'm looking at this book now and I'm pretty sure we've recently picked up another edition of this, so I think we've duplicated this, but I'm not 100% sure. This falls into the realm of classics. The synopsis of this says, it could have been the setting of an idyllic picnic or a boisterous Boy Scout outing. A group of boys aged between 6 and 12 are dropped by an airplane on an uninhabited island somewhere in the tropics. The only problem is that the plane goes down in flames so that no one knows where the boys are. Soon the picnic turns into a horrible nightmare. In the absence of teachers and parents, the innocent little kids become bloodthirsty savages and sadistic little creatures. This just sounds like a wonderful, enjoyable read. Do you know what scares me the most in like horror films? Is creepy children. I don't like creepy children. Children freak me out. Honestly, like any film where the kids start acting weird. Ugh, I don't like creepy kids. So yeah, I think I'll have a fun time with this. Next up, we have More Than This by Patrick Ness. I have not yet read a Patrick Ness book. I keep picking them up. I don't know what it is. I just like the sound of all the synopsises on his books. Is it synopsises or synopses? I feel like it's synopses. I just really like the sound of all his books, and this was one I hadn't seen yet, so I picked it up. This one cost me £2.49. It says, a boy drowns, desperate and alone in his final moments. He dies. Then he wakes, naked and bruised and thirsty, but alive. How can this be? And what is this strange deserted place? As he struggles to understand what is happening, the boy dares to hope. Might this not be the end? Might there be more to this life, or perhaps this afterlife? I just really like the sounds of all his books when I read the back of them. So eventually I am going to get round to Patrick Ness, and I really do hope I like his books because I have bought a lot. Next up we have The Trouble with Peace by Joe Abercrombie. I think this is part of a newer series. Joe Abercrombie, I think, writes grimdark, so I think very gory, like think lots of battlefield scenes, and I have yet to read any of his books, but I've heard that he's very, very good. And this one cost us £3.99. Another classic, we have The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. This cover is cool. This looks like so vintage. Ooh. Oh dear. This one has come from a smoker's home. It smells really, really bad. This is a stinky book. That's very sad. We have a smelly book, and I'm not sure how much we paid for this, but I'm hoping not a lot because it stinks. So I think I picked these up in our local bookshop. I don't think these cost much. I feel like they were 50p each. I've picked up some more of the Kelly Armstrong series. I can't remember what the series is called, but it's the one that starts with Bitten. This one is Industrial Magic. I also picked up Broken and Living with the Dead and Dime Star Magic. So I think I have about 6 of these now. Speaking of series, made some really good progress with finding things that were missing from series this time. I found the last book that I needed from the Nevernight trilogy. I found God's Grave in paperback by Jay Kristoff. This one was £2.99. I also found King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard, and this one cost me £2.99. I then also found One Dark Throne and Two Dark Reigns by Kendare Blake. These were £2.99 each. I picked up The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I've heard very good things about this. I watch Alleys of a Life. I love watching her videos, and she raves on about Mitch Albom all the time. He's one of her favourite authors. She's trying to read all of his books. Apparently they're all tearjerkers. I love a good cry. This one cost me £1. So this book is about a war veteran who dies trying to save a little girl. He ends up in heaven, and what he finds is that when you get to heaven, there are 5 people from your life that are in heaven waiting for you, and they will explain your life to you. It says these people may have been loved ones or distant strangers, yet each of them changed your path forever. I'm getting goosebumps already. I think I'm really going to enjoy this. I found Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I do not know what this is about. I just saw it and I enjoyed The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've got Daisy Jones and the Six but haven't read it yet, So I just thought I'd pick this one up as well. This one says, at 29, Hannah has no home, no career, and no idea what she wants to do with her life. After years of different cities and jobs, she heads back to Los Angeles for another fresh start, this time with the help of her best friend Gabby. They celebrate her homecoming with old friends at a local bar, and just after midnight, Gabby asks if Hannah's ready to go. Moments later, her high school boyfriend Ethan offers to give her a ride later if she wants to stay. Hannah hesitates. Alternating between two parallel universes, radically different paths unfold for Hannah and the people around her. Is anything simply destined to be? Do soulmates truly exist? Hannah believes so, and in both worlds she's found him. I've just found the other edition of Lord of the Flies we have duplicated. This one costs £3.99. No idea what we paid for the other one, but I do like the colourful cover on this one. We also picked up Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman. God is dead, meet the kids. Fat Charlie Nancy is not having a good week. His estranged father recently dropped dead on a karaoke stage and has left Fat Charlie with much more than just embarrassment. Because you see, Charlie has just discovered that his dad wasn't just any dad. He was Anansi, the trickster spider god. Anansi is the spirit of rebellion, able to overturn the social order, create wealth out of thin air, and even baffle the devil. No wonder Fat Charlie's life is about to be turned upside down. I have only read one Neil Gaiman book so far, and I didn't like it. I gave it 1 star, and that was Ocean at the End of the Lane. Andy loved it though and gave it 5 stars, so hopefully one of us is going to love this book. And finally, we have a bunch of Terry Pratchett books. These are all part of the Discworld series. We have Witches Abroad. We got a copy of Fingersmith. We also found hardback copies of The We Free Men and The Shepherd's Crown. This one was £2.50, no idea what we paid for this. But in general, we don't really pay more than £3.50. £4 for these. Let us know what you thought of our finds in the comments. Is there anything that you liked the sound of that you might pick up yourself? If you enjoyed the video, as always, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. These are all part of the Dick World.